Hornby Railway's 35th edition of 1989. It's got quite a striking cover photograph of the mallard on the front. It's in vertical format. You open it up, you've got a double page telling you about the magic of trains. You've got a bit of motion blur or zoom blur on the cover. Well, it's not particularly well done because it's still a bit fuzzy in the middle. But there's a bit of an introduction about enjoying the magic and so on. Opening up, we go straight to the train sets because obviously these are the Christmas money spinner. So you've got the 8 freight train set, which has got a selection of wagons, as you can see. It also comes with an engine shed and some telegraph poles, some signs and loading gauge and water cranes. Turning over, you go to the depot diesel train set. I mean, that just looks like a toy. You can make something like that out of Lego. That's awful. Those don't look any better, do they really? Then you've got the Highland Railway and the Highland train set. Slightly less toy looking colour wise. Suburban passenger train set from the London North Eastern Railway. Well, these coaches just look a bit weird to me. Then the rail freight train set. That mighty white bread. Remember that? Cool. They brought mighty white out and that's it. Everybody wanted to eat it. Mighty white. It's white bread with bits in. Therefore it's better. So high-speed train set with the old Intercity 125. Nice little set there. And then the mighty mallard train set. Brilliant that. It's a lovely looking engine. The midnight freight train set. I mean, these are quite large sets. You know, there's plenty of space needed. There's plenty of wagons included. And you've got little clockwork set. I remember those graduated backgrounds, studio backdrops. So steam locomotives. Look at that. That's a lovely blue, isn't it? Lovely deep, rich blue. Look at that. There's another one there on the Lady Patricia, Princess Class. That's nice. That's nice. So you've got 3 British Rail ones there. I mean, that's the, oh, it's just lovely. So then we've got some more here. Some British Rail ones. Then going on the right hand side, we've got London North Eastern Railway. Well represented with 3 lovely coaches. You've got the Silver Fox, the Mallard, and then the Flying Scotsman. Famous, famous locos. Then some more LNER and Southern Railway coaches. Locomotives, should I say? There's only a couple. It's Charterhouse. And then there's Fighter Pilot from the Battle of Britain class. Come down, you've got the 060 PT Locomotive, R165, and the R292 GWR King Richard I. And then you're on to Black LMS. It's a Class 8F. I mean, that's really nice. It's a 280. Now, I wish they'd do that in a maroon, because then I could buy one. All mine are maroon. And then there's the 460 Class 5, but that, look at that, that's lovely. I don't know if it was ever done, you know, in maroon or not. In reality, it wasn't as a model. There's the old Jinty I always had. Then you got your little Loch Ness Highland Railways one from the starter kit, Lancashire, and then Smoky Joe, the famous Smoky Joe from the starter set. Diesel and electric locomotives. I'm quite liking the photography here with that plain blue skylight type background. That's quite good. That illustrates it with the overhead wires. These look quite nice. They've changed the colouring on the body there. It looks quite good. That's quite nice. You know, I'm thinking back to the yellow and blue of old, and that's a nice scheme, that. So they've updated along with British Rail updating. There's the more sort of like traditional scheme of blue and yellow. Ooh, look at that. Rail bus. Is that sort of thing you'd expect to see in like places like Holland and that, you know, instead of trams. Kind of cool. I've not seen those before. Nice selection actually of stuff with overhead wires. The Hornby overhead power supply system is based on real railway practice, where electric trains are often powered from live overhead wires called catenary. Electric supply is picked up by a locomotive through the pantograph mounted on the roof. Wow, that's quite complicated, quite complex. Must be a bit of a nightmare setting it up, but I bet it's absolutely fantastic to look at and to play with. So let's go and have a look at the coaches. So the photography is very simple here. It's quite pleasant. It does make it look toy-like, but it's clean, if that's the right word. And here again we've got this, so you've got it standardised, even with the portraits, you've got that blue fading to white background. I think it really works on these catalogue shots as well. That brings them to life a bit better, picks them out a lot nicer than the old ones. There we go, we've got the more modern ones, all BR stuff. I mean, to be honest, how do you make that double page spread look exciting? You can't, even for a train spot. There we go, guys, and then the Royal Mail letters. It's a very weird red, toy-like red. There you go, you got the LNER and the Southern Railways. So wagons and vans. This is a nice image. Look at that. He's got down low against the tracks. It just looks nice, nice and busy. You got your leading lines, so the composition is really nice. It's nice bit of impact there. And speaking of impact, look at that. That's cool. So that's setting the scene quite nicely there. They've also gone for attaching the coaches together, so you can see how you can build up a train from them all. Piano, piano, piano. God, I hate that song. I'll be singing that all night. Okay, here you go, some more layouts. I like how they've done that. Put some kind of context at the bottom of the pages and then added them together for the context. You know, here's some more. This isn't a bad catalogue. I mean, it's a bit modern for me. There we go, we've got a couple of power controllers, contact levers and so on. You know, I think around about 78 to 81, that's my favourite era. There you go, it's got the new 7th edition track plans book. Shows you all the tracks. They're still showing the same track packs. I'm surprised they never do anything different. So, the level crossings, you've got the traditional and you've got the barrier crossing. You've got the buffer stops, the uncoupling ramps and the trackside fencing and so on, and the track accessories pack and the people and the trees and the turntable, the elevated track sidewalls, the river bridge and the viaduct and the grand suspension bridge and the single and junction signals, lit signals, bridges. I think that's quite nice. That makes you think, oh, I can make it look realistic. It's that god-awful printed, horrible brickwork stuff. It's awful, but there you go. But that looks quite nice, quite appealing. And you've got your London Road station, big terminus, your big country station with a big curved track, and your station halt and the station announcing system. Gives you different ideas of how to build up your platforms and then fence them. You've got your various buildings, your car loading ramps, diesel maintenance. Now that's quite nice, the buffet and bar, look at that. Quite a pleasant little addition. And the school, the local school, so that's just really the booking hall but adjusted slightly. Yeah, it's quite pretty. And then the railway cottages, horrible, cheap, white, plastic, glossy nonsense. I got rid of mine on eBay. Town and country, how to set up a whole town. Unfortunately, that looks like a Lego town to me. Don't like it at all. So, modern 2-storey house, mock Georgian style house, pair of Victorian semi-detached houses, the Bell Inn, Victorian shops, country church, a footbridge kit, the GWR footbridge. That's quite nice. Got one of those coming. Haha. Pylons, electric pylons. They're pretty cool. Dunster Station, the twin track high speed train shed kit, coach siding platforms kit. I mean, that's quite smart. The signal box and level crossing kit. Then we're back onto Thomas the Tank Engine. So you've got your Percy Goods electric train set, you've got your Thomas electric train set, your Devious diesel electric train set, and your James passenger electric train set, and finally Gordon passenger electric train set. So it's 5 sets there, so the fans will be happy. But you can start them off with a Thomas and Bertie train set, little tiny toy one. What's that? Batteries. Let's push along. Look at that. Push along Thomas. Battery powered Annie coach. This is like, you know, this is how you get kids hooked. You give them the sweets, and then you give them the pizzas, and then you give them the donuts, and then you give them fish and chips, and then McDonald's, and before you know it, they're asking you 10p for a cup of tea and down a bottle of vodka down by the back of the train station. And look at that, that's nice. So there's lots of nice accessories, and actually that breakdown crane looks more realistic than the one on the normal kits. Then you've got the buildings, the Thomas buildings and accessories. There you go. BTs of Leeds again. And that's 1989 catalogue.